I just got out of the elevator in this home, and everywhere you look, there is an amazing view. This is definitely a dream home and might be the best walkthrough we've had so far on the channel. Stick around for this one. You will absolutely love it. Hey everyone, Rod Sahu here, realtor in Austin, Texas, back with another walkthrough of this amazing home. Before I get into the home, big shout out to the listing agent, Emily Dieckmann at Keller Williams Cedar Park. I appreciate you allowing me to put this on the channel and exposing these amazing hills. That's the Colorado River in the back and Jonestown, Texas. It is so beautiful here, and we'll talk about Jonestown, Texas and kind of some communities around here. But focusing in on the home, it's so different where the front of the home has that amazing view. We'll go back up to that balcony later on in the video, but that's why in the front of the home, they have this pool. Now, this home was built in 2020. It's 4,000 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 4 bathrooms, but the 4 bathrooms have 2 full, 2 half, and then this sits on just over an acre. And as you can tell, they use this acre really well, where if you can imagine, we're just outside the front door. If you're just taking your morning cup of coffee out here and you have this amazing view and you get your pool to your left side, this home is just unbelievable. And so I'm so excited to walk this home with you. We're gonna go through the front door and you'll see it's very unique in terms of its layout, where when you first walk in, you have this living area and then you have a game room, media room on the left side. We're gonna change it up though. We're gonna go right upstairs so I can show you what I think are the main features of this home, which would be the kitchen. The owner's bedroom is gonna be up here with the owner's bathroom, of course, off of it. And then you're about to see this floor to ceiling glass. Just so many different parts of this home that are absolutely amazing. Very difficult to get it all into one video. I'm sure I'll miss things, but what I won't miss, this amazing view. I'm gonna get it in so many different ways because so many different rooms have that amazing view. And even just walking up the steps, I was starstruck, in disbelief as to what I'm seeing, because I live 30 minutes from here and I've lived here for several years. It's even surprising for me that these types of views exist. It's just unbelievable when you're up here. And I'll say this, the video is gonna be cool and I'm excited to show it, but it definitely does not do it justice. You have to see these in person. So we are going to start in the kitchen, which is combined with this dining area. I love some of the design elements they put in here. Like, check out this waterfall island where small waterfall to the dining side, and then that waterfall all the way down to the edge. Looks so good, and I think the cabinets work really well with this. It's a pretty unique layout where, you know, off of the kitchen island you have the dining area. I think it really works well. It puts a lot more space in the living room, and we end up congregating around the kitchen island anyway. You know, why not put a dining table off of that, especially when you're looking out to this floor to ceiling glass. And even some of the different design elements they did are also very functional. Like, check out this plug that you just touch. It just kind of comes out of the island. And then of course we always need to charge our phones or something like that. So nice to just have that pop up in the island. And I like this cabinet combination with the induction stove, that sleek backsplash on the back wall there. This kitchen's one of my favorite parts, but I have a lot of favorite parts of this home, and it's the functionality. So you have the oven on this side, you have a refrigerator there, and then through that door would be one of the exits to get off of to get onto that balcony. And then this is taking a look at the back of the home. So we mentioned that the pool and kind of the front yard was the focal point because obviously it had the view, but the backyard, I love the privacy. So this home is built into the hillside. So some of those back wall windows actually end up just having built-in privacy because it's looking out to that stone wall. Of course, there's a look at the pantry. And overall, I love this kitchen. I love its location, which you'll see as we cover different rooms. It is positioned well. Again, this is a very well thought out home. And you'll find actually at the end of going through this part of the home, we'll take a look at that balcony, which we saw at the beginning of the video, and you'll see why this kitchen is so well located next to that entertainer's dream, which is that balcony. But before we get there, we'll cover the living room. I like that Butlers Pantry on the left side, where if you need to quick grab something, you're in the living room just hanging out, you have access to it. And then this is a big living room area. If you can't decipher that through a video, take a look at the furniture. This is a massive couch, and then there's just a piano behind it. Again, an entertainer's dream, I think, throughout this home is what I think of. And it starts here in that living room area, where when you get off of that stairwell and your eyes go right out the windows, you see that beautiful kitchen. It's so nice to see this big hangout spot right next to it. And then of course you have to have a powder bath. So I like this powder bath. The design reminds me of something European here, with that like smaller sink. I love the tile that's on the side. It really takes your eyes upward. And then they really thought out every little detail in this home. Like, take a look at this nook right next to the toilet. Candle, books, you name it. They thought about everything. And so and you, of course, you come out of the powder bath, you have to get that view again. Every room, like I said, has this view. It's almost every room, I should say. It just, you come out and it just hits you every single time. Now we're gonna head out to the owner's bedroom next. And again, I like the positioning of this. So, off of the main living area, but away from the kitchen and the balcony that we'll see after this, where it's definitely set for a party atmosphere. And so I like that this is a little bit more private on this side of the home. And then this bedroom bathroom combination, I love that they just kept the bathroom open. It just kind of flows together. And it's because they want every room to have this view, right? So even in the owner's bathroom, when you're walking out, or you don't even have to walk out, you just look to your right and it's there. This love sack, by the way, threw me quite the curveball, because I had one of those in college. By the way, love sack is a brand name. And that love sack came in a very tiny box, and you had to slowly over time break it up, and then it becomes like this massive beanbag of sorts. Very cool product. Getting back to the owner's bedroom, I like that desk off of the bed, where you have this huge room, and so if you just have to quick get to some work, I like that you have that view right off of there as well. And then what owner's bedroom is complete without a wet bar, right? You have to have a wet bar, dishwasher, coffee machine, why not? So you don't have to go all the way to the kitchen to get your coffee. It's just right here, right when you get out of bed. And so is this, right? You just have that great view right when you get out of bed on both sides. I just thought that was so cool. And again, that is definitely done on purpose. Like I said before, they thought through every inch, and you'll see that even throughout this video and other rooms. Focusing on the owner's bathroom, like the freestanding tub, it kind of captures your attention, and then your eyes go all the way out to the tile. Even some of like the light fixtures that they chose here are fantastic. In every single room, I think you'll see a different design element that makes that room unique, but it still ties together the rest of the home. The double vanity here with the cabinets, I think, is a great color choice. And then I like how they took the mirrors all the way up to the ceiling. Haven't really seen something like that before. Usually it's just like a bulky mirror on the side. I thought that was a very cool element. And then check this out. If you need to warm up your shower and you don't want to get wet, of course they have a way to do that, right? Thought through every single inch. This shower is so big, it doesn't even need a door, and then faucets everywhere. So dual faucets on either side. And then I like that picture frame window where again, you have some built-in privacy, being that we're built into the hillside. So the hill in the back of the home that this window faces out to gets you a little bit more privacy. And of course, if you want some natural light in here and then definitive privacy, you can just make that frosted, or make it Flemish, something like that. Easy to do even aftermarket. And then large owner's closet. Yes, they have the washer and dryer up here, so very cool to see that hooked up, so you don't have to lug your laundry to the bottom floor or something like that. And as you can tell, it's just a massive closet. Now they do have some cabinetry in the middle part of the room that usually is considered furniture, so may not convey with the property. And being that this is a resale, you do want to verify what would be included in the property and what would not. And as we always say, as realtors, it is negotiable, so you can always ask for certain things that you feel strongly about, or leave things out. And with that in mind, washer, dryer, and fridge do not convey with the property in the state of Texas, so that is something that you would have to ask for and get approval from the sellers to get. Okay, let's head over to that balcony that I keep talking about and that you saw at the beginning of the video. I think it's an entertainer's paradise, so I'm really excited to show that. And then of course on the way out, we'll take a look at this owner's bathroom, and one more time, that view every time you get out of bed is right there. So it just, I can't stop showing it. And then while we're heading over to the balcony, I did want to mention this is in Jonestown, Texas. So just like you saw in the beginning of the video, the address for this home is 9608 Ranchland Hills Blvd. And Jonestown is like an old lake town that is in the northwest part of Austin. So it's very close by to two very popular suburbs called Leander and Cedar Park. So if you search for different restaurants and shops like Whitestone Brewery or the Grove Wine Bar on Whitestone Boulevard, these areas, if you look it up on Google, it's 20 minutes away from this type of home without traffic. So if you're looking to be in the hills but still want to be relatively close by to great amenities, that's what you have. So if you feel comfortable with that distance, then I think you can really lean on the growth that's happening in those other suburbs that are neighboring, again, Leander, Cedar Park. There's quite a bit, and it seems like there's always a new announcement that's coming up. And then there are some areas within Jonestown and then the other suburb called Lago Vista that also has some beautiful views, that does have some amenities that are there. This is a look at that elevator that I started the video on. So anytime you want to go up and down here, you can take that elevator. And I was way too claustrophobic, or feeling claustrophobic, to get in there by myself in this house. So I decided to pass, but that's okay. It's an elevator. I don't think it would be the best video just standing in there waiting for it to go up and down. But I do think this is a good part of the video, and it's the balcony that I've been talking about, where you have the grill in the back, you have a seating area here, flat screen TV on the wall. Of course you need a jacuzzi up here, and this is the ultimate hangout spot. I love what they did here, where ceiling fan, that I like that wood finish that they have on the ceiling. And we keep talking about how they thought through every inch. If you see the grill in the back and then that doorway actually leads to the refrigerator in your kitchen and then your pantry area. So all your food storage, you have quick access to that grill. And then I love this bar top area next to the jacuzzi, because nobody wants to eat while you're in a jacuzzi. You also don't want to eat by yourself. So where's everybody hanging out? They're in the jacuzzi. It's nice to just kind of eat next to everybody. And I think that was great. And then the view is just even more spectacular while you're out here. It's just such a good hangout spot. Very peaceful, serene. I like that. Even the windy road all the way down the hillside. And then of course you have the pool, which we will get to. We'll head downstairs after this, but this is just absolutely stunning. And to show you some of the things that I talked about here, again, the grill that's on this end with the cabinetry. If I open this door, you'll see that we're right back in the kitchen. So you don't have to take all your food outside and then just kind of hang out there. Everything's accessible. 2 different ways to get in and out of this balcony, which is great. And every door you look out, you get this view. I keep saying it, and the balcony is no different. And once that caught my eye, I thought to myself, I have to take a seat here, and you have to really take this in. If you can imagine this, when you look out at your balcony, you can see that windy road down to your neighbors. And how people actually get around in some of these neighborhoods is they have these, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's like an upgraded golf cart. That's a horrible way of explaining it. But we'll actually see what I mean in the garage, where they take these four-wheelers around and they just get around to their neighbors, because instead of taking cars up and around these windy roads, you can just take these carts. And you'll see what I mean in a second at the end of the video when we get to the garage. Before we get there, let's head downstairs. As painful as it is to leave this kitchen and the main living area and that view, the view's not going anywhere. It's still downstairs, and you'll see that here. But while we're heading downstairs, I want to mention upstairs here, we had the kitchen, one bedroom, and the balcony. There's a lot of square footage actually on this first floor. So we have a game room, a media room, 2 bedrooms, a full bathroom, and another half bath. And it all starts in this foyer area, is what I would call it. It's right in the front entrance of the home. I like some of the designer elements, like that actually spells love, which love is a big part of, I think, Austin and its artwork, where we have that I Love Austin mural that's close to downtown or in SoCo. And I love some of these art pieces and some of the light fixtures that they did. Check out that front door. So the view is there too. I mean, it's everywhere, like I mentioned. And I love how you can just walk in, and maybe if you just need to sit down, it's almost like that living room, formal living room area, but it's still open to everything else. And then it's all about hanging out in this house, in my opinion, where you saw all the entertainment ideas that you could have upstairs with that balcony. And then down here, you have this awesome pool table, dartboard on the side, and everything is still spread out and flows really well together. So I like how they lived in here, right? Like sometimes you like the flow of a space, but you don't like the furniture or what they did or some of the design elements. Every room I walked through, there was something cool and unique about that room, but it's still tied together the rest of the home. And so I just think this was great. And then for this room, I called it a media room because there aren't any windows around here, but it isn't technically enclosed. So not that it needs to be, but I do like the different wall color that they did here. So it kind of draws your eyes over, obviously darkens the room a little bit. So, you know, if you're enjoying a movie on this side, much better. But if you're just entertaining, if you can imagine that TV's on, you got a pool table here, and you got a hangout spot there, it's still very connected and all very open. Now, there are going to be a couple bedrooms on this floor, so this is going to be one of the bigger bedrooms, very long here. Of course, it gets to view like every other room out there. And then 2 fans on the ceiling here. I like how they made this very long. You probably fit like a bench on the front of that bedroom. And then this has an in-suite full bathroom. And I like some of the design elements that they tied into this bathroom. You saw the Colorado River outside, and so to kind of tie that in, I like this tile that they put on the floor, which I'll take a closer look at, where it has some blues in it. And then I think it flows really well with the cabinets. So this bathroom, I think, is what's tying in the exterior of the home, where you see nothing but greenery, and then your eyes keep going to the Colorado River. And I think they pulled what they saw outside of the home inside this bathroom. I thought that was really cool, and something the listing agent Emily and I were talking about when we were walking through this. And then a look at the walk-in shower. As you can tell, a lot of the tile is laid in a straight pattern. They wanted to keep a lot of the design elements more modern, very straight edge, clean cut, and I think it works really well. I think a professional did all this, right? That's why it looks really good. And kudos to the sellers. They did a fantastic job of designing this home, both from a functional standpoint and an aesthetic standpoint. There's a good look at that tile, which I'll show again with the cabinets. A lot of times people think blues and greens may not flow together, but I think it depends on what side of the spectrum they are in that color palette. And I think this definitely does flow well together. Again, really brings out the exterior inside. Very cool. Okay, let's take a look at the last bedroom, and then we will head outside so you can see the different things that they did on the exterior of the home. Which again, that's the front door, which is epic when you first walk in. I was just probably so excited to get in here, I forgot to spend some time on that, but we will come back outside. We'll get a closer look at that front door, but first let's look through this last bedroom. So it is a Murphy bed in the back, which we'll take a closer look in. So it does, fold down a bed. I think they just made this into a hangout spot. When I keep saying they thought through every part of the home, it's because the pool is right outside of this bedroom. So if you're entertaining, you have a lot of people over and they need to access like a bathroom or an area to just kind of sit down, maybe eat, they have this room that they can congregate in. They have a sliding glass door, so a lot of people can kind of come in and out. And then this is that powder bathroom, so if people need to access a bathroom, they have it here. And then even for the flooring, they picked a luxury vinyl plank, which you'll know is one of the most water resistant flooring types that's out there. And so it really holds up well, especially if a lot of people are coming in and out from that pool. And so we're not going to exit these sliding glass doors, but you got to love them. When building from scratch, they do come with the price tag, but I often find they're well worth it and very functional, especially in this type of space. And take a look at the fridge. Of course you need a fridge here, right? Because if people are coming in and out of this room, you have the pool close by, you need to have some cold beverages in there to really enjoy your pool experience. So I thought that was great, where it was so tucked in there, I almost missed it because they definitely built these rooms with a purpose. Now, before we head outside, I'll just show one of the last rooms, which is just like this small exercise room, where as you can tell, they fit a Peloton. And again, being that this is on the back of the home, you have that built-in privacy where the one window here does let some natural light in, but it does look out to that stone wall. And as you can tell, we have a lot of stone in the ground out here. That's just kind of how it is in the northwest part of Austin. And then this was that, what did I call it? Upgraded golf cart? What do we call this? A Ranger. I've never seen anything like this. I've seen people go off-roading where I grew up in Pennsylvania and ride something similar to this, but it's mostly like a four-wheeler. You can't just take a bunch of people in it, but this was very cool seeing that Ranger in there. And this is what I was told that people use to kind of visit their neighbors. So if they don't want to take a car and go in and out of these driveways, which sometimes have quite a bit of topography, which you'll see here in a second. I had to take a running start with my car that you saw there to get up to this driveway, but that's why a lot of people take those Rangers and like those four-wheel smaller vehicles. And then while we're out here, of course, they had to have a fire pit next to the pool, something that I wouldn't really think through on a custom home lot like this, but I love how they were able to fit this in here where you just have this fire pit that you can enjoy on the side of your pool. Now that's going to be it for 9608 Ranchland Hills Boulevard. If you like this walkthrough of this home, click on the thumbnail that came up on your screen. And again, big thanks to Emily Dieckmann at Keller Williams Cedar Park for allowing me to put this home on the channel. And of course, if you watch this far, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I do walkthroughs like this often. And if you are looking at real estate in the Austin area, feel free to reach out to me, whether it's for resales like this or for new construction. I'm happy to help you out with either one. And as always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.